Hello, we back for part 3 and the final part of the Equalizer review. So, moral of the story. God's always going to send you prophetic witnesses. Your spouse got prophetic witnesses, and so do you, that are going to give you warnings of certain things. Warning, Will Robinson, that's a problem. Deal with that. That's a problem. You're about to let something in that you ain't supposed to. Deal with that. Okay? So, I know we all frustrated. Where he at? Why ain't he here? What's going on? What's up? What's it? We all know. I know. I'm there with you. I'm like, God, you got me over here. And what's going on? And God's like, I need you to wait. I need you to wait. But I'm over here waiting. And in that wait, you be sitting up there feeling rebellious. I heard somebody that I follow. She literally sat up there and said, a while ago, it's like, it's summertime. I won't be out here. No summertime. No, it's not getting hot. No, it's not springtime. Let me go out. Sit your butt down, because right now he needs you in the prayer closet. If you ain't covering that man, you don't want to get that news. Let me tell you something. There was a YouTube video that I saw of a young woman who was sitting there crying. It popped up on my feed a long time ago, and I need you to get this in your mind. Not because I'm trying to fearmonger you. I need you to understand something. She was crying because of the man that she had fallen in love with. The man that she was with, and it couldn't, I'm not going to say that this wasn't or was her God-ordained spouse. She sat up there, the person did everything right to God's will and capacity. She loved them, she was with them, so on and so forth. This man ended up committing suicide. You need to stay on your post. When I tell you need to stay on your post, you need to stay on your post. Satan ain't playing with these men, especially if they have the ability to open the door for any capacity to help you get to your blessings. And Satan has you where he wants you, meaning he doesn't want you to move any further past this point. That means he's coming at that man harder than he's ever come at a man. I need you to pray for that man. A video came up on my screen this morning talking about this is what you need to pray in relation to your husband right now. This is how strategic God is, okay? You need to pray for these men. And God is giving you warnings. This is what you need to be doing. So don't you be sitting up here thinking that you're going to go out here and be like, I'm going to be out. Because a lot of us be sitting there and be like, yay, promised land is here. The hills are alive with the sound of music. And God's like, go sit your butt back down. And I need you to pray because it's that time. Your spouse needs your covering more than ever. Get over there. So, you're not allowed to go out there just yet. It's coming. But see, iniquity is a sin that you like. You can get caught up in the trap of being like, I want to go to this place. I want to go to this place. You know, I can't even go to the cafe. I'm like, can I at least go and sit in the cafe and work? I'm like, God, what? No, sit your butt in the house. It's like, why? Too many people got access to you and your spirit's open. Nope, not right now. Need you to sit here. What I say? Bathsheba? What I say? David? What I say? Sit your butt down. Get over there. I had a vision when I was writing this down of somebody putting stumbling blocks. Anything that they could throw in your path. They're doing this to your husband, and some of you, they doing this to you. The other week, I was watching an episode of Equalizer, and she took a cardboard and tossed it in front of where the guy was running at, and he fell flat on his face. This is what the enemy is trying to do. He's trying to make you stumble. Be where you're supposed to be. I released the word. It's a short on my page that talks about the counterfeit can't get to you if you're where you're supposed to be. I've seen it in multiple cases. That the person that just before they met their spouse, the counterfeit was only allotted the ability because they were outside of the parameter of where God needed them to be. She wasn't supposed to be over there. She was supposed to be paying attention. Had she not been distracted that morning, and who other people, because it was her daughter that invited the father in the first place, okay? She might have been able and more aware had he not been there. Because the daughter did that. There are going to be people around you that be trying to open doors that you try and keep shut. Pray. Pray about the people that anybody that an enemy can use to open up doors. Go back to my Cinderella review. You don't need those people in your life. If they have access to them, they compromise. They got to go. I can't do nothing. No, you can't. Sorry. Be where you're supposed to be. Last scene. She ends up going to visit Dante at the hospital because after they went and saved them, she ends up bringing him some coffee and is listening to his story. He's like, I don't even want to talk about it. She's like, it may help you. You're the only one that even when they're frustrated, if you calmly walk them through the process, they'll come to you and talk to you. Some of you're going to have to learn their ways. Go read the book, Love and Respect. You're going to have to learn them a little bit. And you get that shoulder-to-shoulder friendship that you'll get them to be able to talk to you in a non-pressuring situation. They needed you to sit there and watch them watch the game because of the fact they needed to sit there and have you vent to after they went through that experience. But you got to sit there and be quiet while the whole game is playing. But later on, maybe when you're sitting outside or you're working on something or you're putting the food away, guess what? Your husband's going to come up to you and say, hey, I want to talk to you about something. There's your open door. And he's going to open the door to you. Dante started talking to her. He said, all right, my dad told me this. For some of you, your spouse got to learn Jesus is part of this process with God. Understanding the name of Jesus. Some people don't trust Jesus. And for some cases, that may be what your spouse's problem is. They trust the word God. Oh, I serve God, God, God. But they don't know what God they're serving. It's the name Jesus that's important. In the name of Jesus that opens doors is Jesus. There are names of God. But Jesus, Emmanuel, so on and so forth. Jesus is the door to getting to God. And they have to respect the name of Jesus. Some of them have been clowning Jesus. Some of them don't put no respect on the name Jesus. They'll talk to God. They don't put no respect on Jesus. God ain't hearing their prayers. Thank God for you. They got to work through some things. And there's some things you're just not going to be able to help them through. God has to take them through on a journey that they have to go through. That's why you've been separated. Because God has had to deal with them by themselves so that they could understand what he needed them to understand. Because if you were there, you're going to say, let me help you. Let me. And he's like, I need to deal with this with him. He'll open up to you when the time's right. But that's why. You don't want him coming up to you angry and overzealous and irritated and all this kind of stuff. He's like, God, why you send me him like this? Yeah, they going to be healing. But it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Let him do what he needs to so that he can get that epiphany that's going to break that. So that they can get that understanding. Pray that understanding and wisdom over them. So that they may be released into the healing of God. Okay? So that's pretty much everything that I needed to say in relation to this. Moral of the story, stay on your post. because your spouse needs you now more than ever. If this is a crossover season for you, you about to graduate, stay in your post. So until next time, I think we done did it, y'all. So I got you. Until then, peace.